Hey, I'm Scott Clancy, leader and coach. I think the world needs better leaders and coaches. I want to learn how to be both. Today, I want to talk about the role of emotions in decision making. Now, this can be like the yin and yang around decision making. On the positive end, connecting with your emotions allows you to connect with the people that are involved in the decisions that you're going to make. The people that are presenting those options, but as well and especially the people who are going to implement those decisions. It can provide context on any decision. Yes, it humanizes the things by giving a sense of exactly what it takes to implement and do the things that you're about to decide on. But more than that, it provides a linkage to how and why. How you're going to get this done has to do with the people that are going to implement it. So you get a real sense of that. But also it links to, hey, it's really important for us to understand why we're doing this thing. And that linkage between how and why is really important. It's not just the what, and the what can be very, unemotional. Now that's on the positive side to connecting with emotions during decision making. On the other side, emotions can hamper decisiveness. They do that by increasing doubt. When you have more doubt, it's gonna perhaps paralyze you. The more that you increase the consequences of the decisions that you're about to make, the more that doubt increases and more that paralysis comes about. This manifests in your priorities, even your personal priorities that you see as you're trying to figure out what's the most important thing to do. The more that you have and the bigger the consequences that there are, the more that you get overwhelmed. So how do we combat this? 4 steps. 1, and the most important one, be aware. Be aware of the emotions involved in the decisions that you're making. Whether you journal about it or whether you take a second to understand what those emotions are or what the emotions of the people that are going to implement that. That's the first thing. Second, be curious about those emotions. Ask yourself, how do these help our decision making? And go right back to those things I was discussing. Is this about the how? What context can we provide for this? All of those different things. 3, try to juxtapose time and consequences. Where the time for different things and elements in the decision making are based upon that how and why that you've already gone through in that context, and the consequence surrounding the decision. And then 4, and this is the usual evolution, quantify the risks. So be aware, be curious about your emotions, juxtapose time and consequence, and quantify the risks. I'm Scott Clancy. If you like what you hear, go to www.scottclancy.ca. Let's link up, you and me. We can make better leaders and coaches.